Yo,
Wait,
what's up?
hold on. Do I record? Am I recording?
No, you don't have to. I got it.
All right.
Wha-
Yeah.
What's up,
What's happening?
everybody? We're back. Skipped a week or so, but we're back with another episode of Processing Power, your favorite technology podcast. We got a lot to talk about today. I am your best pal, Bonjen, and we're
Bon
here.
Jen. We got Alexander Cayley here,
Yep.
back at it again. For some reason on Zoom again.
Back at it
I don't know.
again.
We gotta find an alternative to this thing.
Not live streaming again because I still can't figure that out. Uh,
Don't worry, John. You should get like some kind of a degree in it, and then maybe we could figure it out.
it's just a mess, dude. There's a lot of companies popping up that basically they just facilitate Zoom meetings for companies because Zoom's so fucking it has such a weird learning curve. And,
What? Isn't it like a link that you just send? That's like the easiest thing I've ever heard.
well, if it's like fucking really old people and they just want to hop in the meeting, get started, and then dip out, and also they want it recorded and maybe edited, then
That's in, so then you pay somebody.
yeah, yeah.
That's
That's what
insane.
I was doing. I was like editing videos for that. And I was like, dude, I could just do this all myself, you know?
That's insane.
Yeah. So a little bit of a
I don't get how that's a real thing,
yeah.
but okay.
Fucking I hope more people don't figure it out because that's like an
They
untapped industry right there.
don't figure out how to use a user interface meant for users to use.
Yeah. Like let's say like you want to have like a giant conference with like 40 people, right? And you just
Yeah,
want them to just come in, everything works, you know?
just zooming around, you know?
Yeah, everything's recorded, I don't know. So yeah. Pivot, it's the
Yeah,
current economy. Welcome to Processing
yeah.
Power. Thanks everybody for making this the most listened to technology podcast on Apple Music, Spotify,
Oh, thanks
Stitcher.
again for that. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
We just heard about it last week.
we're
Big
at number
news.
one. We kicked Joe Rogan off the top list,
Yeah.
so we're killing it right now. The phones are ringing off the hook, mostly because of the name Processing Power. So fucking awesome. So
Such a name. What a
yeah.
name.
Let's get into it. M1
All right.
chip. M1
Yeah.
chip.
Well, we got a couple of computers. We got three machines. Um, all with the
Um,
exact same processor,
phenomenal.
which leads some to believe what is the difference between the MacBook Pro and MacBook Air if they
You can't
have the
share
same.
your screen, can you?
Can I share my screen? I don't know. I don't use Zoom. Oh,
Oh,
there's literally a share screen button. So yeah, you can.
okay. Cool. I was just gonna pull up some visuals while you
Maybe
talk.
you should get a guy for this, dude.
Yeah, I'm the guy. The Verge. Not fucking The Verge. What was I gonna do?
Uh,
Apple.com. So yeah,
yeah,
3 new computers.
three new machines. Um, yeah, we got the MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, Mac Mini, and I don't know. Like, I feel like one of the big questions was, well, there's like a couple of them. People are like, why only up to 16 gigs of RAM? And then, you know, people were also like, why do they all have the same chip? Though, what's the difference between the Pro and the Air? And I think these both actually have kind of straightforward answers. These are all like the low end chip. Um,
So
these
what do you mean? What do you mean by
sorry,
low end
I think
chip?
basically these are all replacing like the low end machine. Like none of these are the highest end of the computer. So if you go to MacBook Pro, you could still purchase a 13-inch MacBook Pro with an Intel chip if you just get a higher spec one. Um, however, I'm fairly certain that the M1 chip will outperform even like a 16-inch, like top end 16-inch. So like, although it is replacing the bottom end one, I think it will outperform the higher end ones. And I do think that there will be more chips to replace the higher end chips coming up. I think they just had to start somewhere. And this was like the chip that fit really well into these three products.
Okay, so let's say I need a new computer. I'm a video editor. Would you suggest getting the low end M1 chip or getting the high end Intel chip?
So right now, like because there's no like experience with it, I can't say for sure. But based on what like Apple is saying and the claims being made,
Hmm.
the M1 chip would outperform all of those chips. And the integrated graphics on the 13-inch is far better than any integrated graphics that Intel has ever integrated. And Apple only uses dedicated graphics on like the 16-inch computers. So if you have a 13-inch, then you've never experienced dedicated graphics anyway.
So
Um,
basically, we don't even know what kind of power is yet to come.
yeah, it's. I feel like this M1 chip is really gonna outperform like my 16-inch 8-core i9 MacBook Pro.
So, I was gonna ask you, is it true that right now you can only get 8 gigs of RAM with this M1 chip, or
You can
can
get
you
up
get?
to 16. You can get up to 16, but like it's still limited. Like I really do like if this is it for the low end ones, that's fine. But if on the higher end ones they don't have a 32, 64 gig option, that's going to be a real issue. But I doubt that that's what we're gonna see because
What
they
if?
even brought Thunderbolt over, and everyone was questioning like, is Apple going to be able to bring Thunderbolt to their silicon? And like
Yeah.
they did it.
It's Thunderbolt 4, right?
No, it's Thunderbolt 3 and USB 4. Okay,
Oh, okay.
people are confused on what that means. So Thunderbolt 3 is this really high speed 40 gigabit per second Intel licensed technology. However, there's they gave off some of that tech to, I believe this is how it went, is they shared some of that tech with the USB like industry, and then they created this thing called USB 4, which is literally the same speed as Thunderbolt 3, except if you get a device that's Thunderbolt 3 capable, it won't necessarily work on just a USB 4 port because
Right.
there's like licensing shit that happens, which is stupid. But
Mm.
USB 4 is this new spec that's going to be way more universal and way cheaper to put into shit. The way like the reason Thunderbolt 3 was like hard to find on stuff is because it was so expensive to license and to put onto stuff. So hopefully we see a lot more USB 4 stuff.
Is USB 3.5 like that old USB A thing we're used to seeing?
So USB 3.1 can be made in the A form or in the C form.
I see.
You can
If it
even get a
wasn't at,
USB you can even get a USB-C port that's USB 2 speed.
if it wasn't confusing enough,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully USB 4 is the solution to all that.
Yeah,
Except
I
when
hope so.
everything's USB 4, most things, most Thunderbolt 3 things, like probably won't
Like
work.
our current MacBook Pros, I don't believe would support a USB 4 accessory.
But they are Thunderbolt 3.
Yeah, they're both the same speed. They actually these might support USB 4. I'm confused. Like I don't even know. All I know is that for sure a USB 4 device doesn't work on a Thunderbolt, or a Thunderbolt 3 device doesn't work on a USB 4 port. But I don't know if like these old machines can support USB 4. Like I don't get how that works.
Wow, it's crazy how we're already calling them old machines.
Anyway, so M1 chip, huge deal. Honestly, in my opinion, huge deal. Oh yeah, and between the MacBook Air and MacBook Pro, they're like the same chip, but one has cooling and one doesn't. So whereas the MacBook Air could spike in performance, like I don't know if you need smooth scrolling really quick or like there's a quick animation, the MacBook Air can maintain that performance for like a really long time. So like video exports and stuff like that. So there is a difference. Like that's actually a pretty significant difference.
Yeah, the MacBook
Um,
Air looks like a fucking beast. Like, how much is this? 999. Jesus Christ.
yeah, the MacBook Air is going to be a really good computer. The
Yeah,
base model does come with like 7 GPU cores instead of 8. And I'm pretty sure all it is they're just like binning the best chips for the 8 core. And then sometimes they produce them and like one core is bad and they just turn it off and call it a 7 core essentially. Um,
I would really like to try out the MacBook Air and just see how that feels editing my
uh,
usual workflow.
dude, something I think about, like all of Apple's fanless computers, like the MacBook things, they all got hot and stuff. And like they were using these Intel chips. But when I use an iPad, no matter what I'm doing, like even if I'm doing a ton of stuff, it never feels hot.
Yeah.
So I'm really expecting these computers. I mean, it is running Mac OS, but I'm really expecting some better thermal performance out of them.
And that's also why they were able to keep the price so low, right? Because they don't have to pay Intel or anything.
Well, yeah, but they're also probably making such a bigger profit now. I mean, they did have to put hella R&D into this, like development and
Yeah.
research and whatnot. So that initial burst probably took some money, but I mean, they're gonna make so much more money long term.
Why does, I'm not sure if you would know this, but why does the MacBook Pro have only 2 ports? Did I see that right?
Because it's replacing the low end model, which only had 2 ports.
Oh, that's correct.
Yeah, so if you press the purchase button or the buy button and you scroll down a bit, you'll see the Intel computers are still there to be purchased with 4 ports.
Don't they also have more Intel computers coming out?
They said they would before. Well, as soon so in the beginning of the year, they announced that there's going to be RMAX starting at the end of the year, and there would still be Intel computers. And then later that year, a new Intel iMac came out. So that might have been the one that they were talking about.
Mm, so
So
these computers are
I
just gonna wipe the floor with that one.
I believe so.
I
I
assume.
believe I believe so. I believe it's going to be insane, dude. Like, okay, here's the real thing. We're talking about performance. Yeah, great. That's cool. 20 hours of battery life on the
That's
13 inch.
ridiculous. That's
People
ridiculous.
people are like 20. Wait, that's a typo. Like I'm used to 6. Like no, that's the difference. It's
Full day.
20 hours of battery life watching. I think they said streaming video 20 hours. Um
It's not
the
even fair.
web browsing 17 or 18 hours. Like Jesus Christ.
Not even fair. It's not even fair. Come on, Tim. Just come on. Um,
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
that's ridiculous. I just want to be able to rip through
Yeah, and
4K, 5K,
to
8K footage.
they only go up to 2 terabytes of storage now as well. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm assuming that at some point they got to have like a 4 terabyte model or 8 terabyte or something. And I believe these ones only connect to one display at a time, if I'm not mistaken.
That's lame. That's stupid.
Yeah, I believe these ones only connect to one display. They do support the 6K XDR display that no one has, but
Damn, I should get a second display.
or you or you should just get an ultra wide or a
Yeah.
second display. Actually, for video editing, which you do, I think a second display is better.
Huh. I might look into that. But
Yeah,
yeah.
because dude, if you go to the higher end or the Intel MacBook Pro 13, they support 4 terabyte SSDs.
My God. Not that I would need that much, but it's nice to have,
Yeah, but I mean, it should have an option for it. Yeah, but if you go to the battery life, you see like such different numbers up to 10 hours Apple TV playback. Let's see what this one says. And then if you go to the new one, that was the old one, is up to 10 hours Apple TV playback. Where's the battery here? Up to 20 hours Apple TV playback, so double there. Like insane. They don't have a standby, oddly enough. On the other one, it says up to 30 days standby. On the M1 chip, it doesn't say how much standby, so I guess we'll figure that out
Probably just indefinitely.
indefinitely. That's how iPads work, dude. It's just indefinite. Like you come back to them after 8 months and they just like ready to go.
Are you going to be the kind of guy that if you purchase one of these, uses iPad apps, iPhone apps on your computer?
Dude, there are some that I would use just for the straight up utility of it,
Uh-huh.
just to like not have to pull my phone out of my pocket or whatnot.
Just like swiping around on Tinder, just like at work on the computer.
No. Like straight up, there's no Google Calendar app on the Mac.
Hmm. That's a good one.
Like there's stuff, dude. There is stuff.
So touchscreen Max.
I think that's totally a thing. If you freaking click your control center on the top right of your screen, that just looks like you should touch it with your finger.
Yeah, let me go ahead and show that to the people watching on YouTube.
To the good people.
Yeah, so over here, look at that notification thing over here.
Oh no, you're not showing it to the people, my guy.
What screen are you looking at?
I'm looking at the one with some SpaceX data.
With some what?
Yeah, that's the one.
Were you looking at that one the whole time?
No, but I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, that's weird. Let me fix
Technical.
that.
Hey guys, we need a guy for the Zoom thing.
Yeah,
John
you
is
see,
not.
that's why we
He hasn't.
hire.
He hasn't figured it out yet.
That's why we hire professionals. So over. Oh fuck. Okay, over
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Yeah, we're here. Yeah.
Here we go. Bam.
Nah, even the control center, my guy, like right next to your Siri icon. I feel like
Yeah.
that looks like you should be dragging those bars. Oh, you're on the monitor, so you don't see the bars.
Yeah, but they get the idea. Look at that
They
shit.
sort of get the idea.
Keyboard brightness. Even this battery thing. Battery preferences. Wow. So yeah, iOS and macOS are becoming one.
I
Pretty
don't
sure they
think
said
that.
years ago this would never
I don't think
happen.
that's no. I don't think that's happening. I just think that there might be touchscreens.
You don't think they're just gonna mesh them all together?
No, I don't think that iOS phones are at any point going to be able to do Mac stuff. I think
Oh
Mac
man.
is. I think Mac is just gaining a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
But
man.
unfortunately, none of this stuff is really made for Mac. Like even this M1 chip is really just based off of an A14. Like when are they going to make something like for Mac?
Like a feature?
No, yeah, like the chip. So like right now the Mac is getting like better compile times and stuff and better load times and apps and better runtime because it's been doing a lot of specific stuff like removing NS objects, which is just the way that they like free up memory and stuff. And they've been doing it all for the phone. And now the Mac just inherited a lot of this stuff with the M1 chip. When are they gonna do stuff for the Mac? Like,
Yeah.
let's do some. Like they've given such little effort on the Mac
What
for
does
such
the
a long
Mac
time.
really need? It's already so baller.
Dude, the Mac, you're not thinking long term. Like, why doesn't the Mac have Face ID? Why does it have a 720p camera?
That's
Like,
true.
like there's so much stuff.
But that also just be inheriting stuff from iPhone.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I can't think of it. Like they should be doing things for the Mac, not just for the phone. They used to do things for the Mac.
Maybe if they I don't know. I feel like a lot of features, cool shit is added to like mobile devices because they're portable, like gyroscopes and all that shit.
Yeah, but it's all Apple that's adding these things. They need to start adding them to the Mac, like adding the things that the phone can't do to the Mac.
Oh, you can't like fucking use terminal on the phone.
Yeah, but they are not promoting that in any way. If anything, they're trying to get rid of stuff like that.
Yeah. You can't, oh, I don't know if you can. You can't make a full-fledged iPhone app on your phone.
Yeah. No, it is. I do think that it's cool that they added virtualization for iOS apps on the Mac just because they could now because they're using the same chip. But to be honest, when people would test apps, they would test them on their Mac. So they could have always like put it through whatever translator they put it through that you use to test your app. So like I feel like they're just not doing anything new here. They're just inheriting a lot of features from the phone, which is good. But now I want to see like what if we get some Apple dedicated GPUs instead of using the similar integrated ones that use in the iPads. Like what if I had like an Apple GPU card that I would slot into my Mac Pro and it was like an insane GPU because they already make insane GPUs that aren't even cooled. Like why don't they just start making actual crazy hardware instead of integrating everything?
Because they think we're stupid.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that they're trying to kill all their like pro level computing shit. like the Mac Pro,
I could
basically the Pro line of things, you know.
yeah, I mean, I don't think they will, but I could sort of see that. But I feel like they won't right now, at least.
What do you see for the Mac in 10 years?
I don't know, dude. It's a big question right there. Uh, Probably like touch screens. That'll probably happen in the next year or two, I'm assuming.
That's it. That's the big leap. A touchscreen Mac.
No, I don't think that's a leap of any kind, to be
It
honest with
definitely
you.
isn't.
I
It's
think that's more of like
a leap
something I would
back.
use. I think if something I would use, like if I was laying in bed and I was just like, the laptop was like on my chest and I like, you know,
Yeah.
like I would never use it like working and then start poking at it. Like I'm not a Neanderthal.
I kind of think it's gross. I mean, a touchscreen Mac, a touchscreen laptop, because then when you're like on your laptop using it as a computer, there's fingerprints on the whole thing, you know? But then
Yeah,
if you're
like
on your iPad and there's fingerprints, you're like, it's a fucking iPad. That's what it's for.
yeah, I don't get it.
Oh God, I
I
hate
mean,
it
they would
when
obviously have to put some kind of a fingerprint coating on these displays like they do on the iPads.
it would have to be the best. It would have to be better than the iPad just to make it look clean at all times.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um yeah, I think that's it for the M1. We already talked about Big Sur a little bit. You got any
Only slightly.
what
I
are
mean,
your pros and cons? What do you like and don't like?
Big Sur has a look to it. Oh, your
It-
connection is rough.
oh,
Oh,
it'll
can you
come
hear
back.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Big Sur has some look. I don't know if I like all the sound effects and the whole look and everything. It's kind of growing on me, I'd say. But yeah, it's got this whole look to it. Something that's weird is whenever you get a dialogue pop up, like for example, if you go to empty your trash, before you click empty, it's like, are you sure you want to do this? It shows you this dialogue. It always pops up in the center of your display now,
Yeah.
and the text is centered instead of aligned to the left. And it just looks weird that the text is always centered. Like I don't know about that. Especially when it's a one-liner, that's fine. When it's a multi-liner, it just looks so strange.
You're talking about that little box that pops up?
Yeah, the box that pops up. Well, the one for your trash is probably not going to be a multi-liner because it just says you want to empty your trash. But if it splits the sentence into two lines and it's centered text, it just looks so weird.
Dude, yeah, I know what you're talking about. When I want to like when it asks me to save shit,
Yeah,
then
it's
what I really don't like is
the sound effects.
oh, I don't really care about the sound effects. Is
I
this
do.
bullshit right here?
I like my wallpaper though.
Look at this. You see these here?
Oh, the hard drives.
Yeah, they look disgusting. Look at these icons. What the fuck?
You know you could change those, right?
Like how? Change the color?
No, you could change the icon.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Here, we're gonna do a quick tutorial for everyone in the call. Let's just take a screenshot of something. Press Command Shift 4 and just take a screenshot of like a little bit of your wallpaper.
Dude, my shit is fucked right now. Command Shift 4. God damn
Yeah,
it.
press Command Shift 4.
Command
Oh man,
Shift
you're just
4.
learning how to use a Mac today. And then take just like a small screen. No, no, no. Okay, well, fuck it. Whatever. That's fine. And then click on one of your drives and then press Command I. No, no, no. You're already doing too much. Click on the drive and press Command I, and then click on the icon on the top left. And then now take your screenshot and drag it on top of that icon.
Oh, it's gonna make it that.
Yeah, but I'll tell you how to change it back. Just drag it on top.
Ugh, what the
Oh,
fuck?
it actually made it the image of the PNG. Whatever, that's fine. It does work. Okay, double click your screenshot. Press Command A. Press Command C. Okay, now move that out of the way. Click on that icon and then press Command V. So, I mean,
So I see up here, but not here.
theoretically should work. Um, anyway, yeah,
Damn, nature,
if
you
you
scary.
do you want to change that back? Yeah, there you go. You got it. Anyway,
Interesting.
but you could change it to whatever you want, honestly. I think it may have to be a JPEG. I don't know. I don't exactly know.
That's cool. The more
Yeah,
you
that
know.
was cool little tutorial. Anyway, yeah, I don't know about the whole look. Some of it's growing on me. I really like my wallpaper, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna change mine. I don't like mine. Let's see what else we got in here. See what we
Uh,
got in the docket.
yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it on the Apple stuff. Quick little thought on like the I don't know how much you've seen about like the PS4.
Yes, the PS4.
It has these insane haptics basically that like I guess there's this game that comes with it that like is a really good introduction to the haptics. And like as you walk around on a glass floor or a wood floor, you could feel the difference in the controller and like the haptics are insane, like kind of how like the iPhone's taptic engine, but apparently people say that it like represents what's going on in the game really well. I haven't experienced it, but I kind of want to.
Damn, nature, you scary.
And then I
I
think
kind of.
this is even cooler. This part is the triggers are also like resistive. So like if you're like shooting a bow and arrow, the game can make the trigger like really tight as you pull on it. Or if you're doing something that doesn't require it to be tight, it could be like really loose, but it can happen. Like I've heard that there's a game where when you're shooting your gun, like the trigger goes down, but if the trigger like or if the gun like locks up, like if a bullet gets jammed, like your trigger like shoots up and like locks up and you can't press it.
Hmm.
Like so like realistic, like so makes you feel like you're really like in the freaking game.
Damn, are you gonna cop one?
No, I don't
I'm
play
not.
video games like ever, but I do want to experience that for sure.
Yeah, I want to play that Spider-Man game.
Yeah, I like Spider-Man. Like that's a
Miles
good game.
Morales.
Spider-Man is just cool because you just swing around a city basically, and it's fun.
I also like Grand Theft Auto, but that's all. That's all I play. Only on free
But
play mode though.
yeah, of course. You just run around to kill people and
Just
stuff.
run around and just like get out all my anger and all my frustration.
Dude, let's go in on a PS5 together and just get the two games, Miles Morales and Grand Theft Auto.
And just ship it to each other back and forth.
Yeah, except I'll just keep it.
Okay, cool. Or I'll keep the controller and you keep the console. And
Oh yeah, I'm down with that.
cool. Sounds good. Sounds
Uh,
good.
All right.
All right. Let's fucking chill.
Is there any other content you want to throw out?
Our friends over at SpaceX,
Oh yeah, our good friends at SpaceX.
affiliates, our boy Elon just doing the damn thing. Launched second crew on first orbital space mission. Um
That's pretty impressive, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know if everyone is aware of this. Like, we did send someone to the moon a long time ago, and we've gone to space a couple times, but we very rarely send people out to space, and never mind just sending them out to space on a rocket, but sending them out to space on a rocket that's gonna detach from them and then to come back and reattach on their way down.
yeah.
Like,
I don't
I don't get it,
I
dude.
don't know what the fucking government's been doing the past
I don't know if you
couple
saw
decades.
there's a baby Yoda flying around in the spaceship.
So we're just polluting space with our fucking memorabilia.
No, it's in the cabin, not
Oh.
in space.
Oh god. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's called Crew Dragon. They took off at 7:27 Eastern on SpaceX's Falcon 9, launching from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Flying inside the capsule are three NASA astronauts, Mike Hopkins, Victor Glover, and Shannon Walker, as well as Soichi Noguchi from the Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency, or JAXA, now in orbit. The crew will spend the next three.
Do you see this?
Yeah, holy shit, that looks uncomfortable. Look at that thing. Spin no more. Spend the next more than a day. That doesn't make any sense.
How long are these people out there? Just get me to that. I don't want to
The
hear
next
all
more than a day in space. I don't know what that means. Before docking, so I don't a day. It's not that bad. After takeoff, the Falcon 9 booster successfully landed on the drone ship. Uh, just read the instructions in the Atlantic Ocean. The plan for the booster is to be reused on SpaceX's next crewed mission, Crew 2. Whoever wrote this did not proofread. They're fucking,
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely not. But I mean, like, got the gist of it, kind of.
yeah. Uh,
Pretty insane stuff. Freaking,
think.
they should throw an M1 chip on the next SpaceX flight.
Yes, that it can launch silently
Yeah,
without
that
without a
inst
fan.
the instant on. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Oh my god, that would be funny. What if
The
Apple
instant
just made?
on, dude.
What if Apple just made rockets? They're just like fuck it, let's just make rockets.
Hold on, hold on. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like this.
Like what?
Anything like this, dude. This is crazy. This is wild. Are you ready, John?
I'm ready.
Here we go. I hope you I hope you're gonna be able to hear the audio here, man.
Probably not because Zoom. Oh, I cannot. But I know what you're saying.
It's all good. You don't need to hear the audio. You just need to see this. He says
Craig.
dim the lights.
Uh-huh. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, the
Who
viewers
can
can't
you
hear
rewind that a
this.
little bit? Just look at the way he's eye fucking that Mac. Look at that. Right there. Right. Look at that shit, dude. What the fuck?
And he's just like, how cool is that?
Dude,
Like right afterward, dude, wait, hold on. How do I get this audio to come over here?
dude, that's literally like a father looking at his newborn child.
Oh my God. And he's just like, how cool is that?
How cool is that? I'm
That
Craig.
is so funny.
That was that has to be I gotta gift that and just make a bunch of captions.
Yeah, that's great.
When
It's
you
fantastic.
Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Oh boy. Do we have
All
anything else on
right.
the docket? What else is going on? Anything else? You got any plans today? What's
Oh,
your
well,
plan?
there's like definitely the talks about the coronavirus vaccine. Definitely should just touch on that.
Oh, I actually
Um,
did see something about that today.
yeah, there's another company that's claiming its COVID vaccine is nearly 94.5% effective in early testing.
Oh, that's
Um,
great. What about late testing?
let me see. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Shit. I got a test on Friday and I still haven't gotten the results.
Probably are afraid to tell you that you're positive.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, it doesn't
Do they
matter.
say? I don't think they say how many people they've tested on here. That's like the issue.
Well, we just tested on one person and also it was a penguin.
Yeah, they probably tested on like 100 people and they're like 94 and a half of them survived.
Yeah, the other half didn't die. They just developed the worst cancer imaginable. If that's the case,
Okay.
I think I'm good. I think I'll just social distance and wear a mask for a little longer. Yeah, apparently we might go into some lockdowns again, dude. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, we were never really out of the lockdown, right? Like, people
no,
just kind of thought,
we were never out of the
people
lock.
just thought we were out of it. It
Yeah,
never stopped. They just had to remind us because people forgot.
yeah. People didn't forget; they just stopped caring. I saw a funny graph. It was like it said March. What did it say? Amount of people with COVID, people afraid of COVID, and then now amount of people with COVID, people afraid of COVID. It's
Yeah.
like the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite.
Dude, I just saw
Uh,
this like article of like this hype video of like Travis Scott unboxing a PS5. Why is the PS5 developing so much hype?
I don't know, dude. It doesn't even look that cool. First of all, it's big as fuck.
It looks
It
like a router,
it's
first of all.
huge. Yeah, it's like not sleek at all, you know.
Looks
Um,
like a router.
and I know it's like a powerful machine, but they were like powerful machines that are way smaller than that.
Yeah, and it uses liquid metal for its instead of thermal paste, which is impressive. It's like really good at cooling, but it's really dangerous if that gets on your logic board at all. It will destroy stuff. So, I mean, they must be confident about it because they're about to ship it to like a bajillion people.
What if that's just a thing? What if it's PS5 fucking
They just get bricked all over the place.
oh god, that would be funny, bro.
I just don't get how it works because it's sitting up on its side and it is liquid metal, especially when it starts to heat up. It what if it just drips down? Like I don't get it. Like I don't get it.
We should buy one and do a teardown. See what's up.
I think people have done teardowns and shown the liquid metal off.
I saw, I saw a funny video on Instagram. It might have been fake. And this guy was like, yo, be careful who you buy a PS5 from. He was in a parking lot and the PS5 was on the ground. This shit is fake as fuck, bro. I've never seen anything faker than this shit. And he fucking kicks it across the parking lot. It was funny.
It must be, I don't know.
And the guy was like, you gonna buy it or not? No, I'm not gonna buy this shit. You gonna buy this fucking plastic microwave. Yeah. Processing power.
Processing power.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the episode. Little short one for today, but I feel like we really had to get this one out there,
We really have to get this one out. It's Monday. It's November 16th. My credit card bill is due tomorrow. We're halfway through the month. So we're gonna go.
Go pay
We
our
gotta
bills.
pay our
Yeah.
bills. We're gonna go work for the man. Gonna go give away our time for money. But yeah, thank you for listening. We'll catch you next week with more processing power. Follow us on Instagram, processing.power. Follow us on YouTube, processing power, for all that good
All
stuff.
right.
Cool.
Yeah,
Peace
peace
out.
out.